MAGA keeps bringing up Obama thinking it helps their case, and every single time it backfires spectacularly, because every comparison just proves Obama outperformed on every metric. Welcome back to Mind Mirror. Let's get into it.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting, even not going through the front door. You know, you think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
But his death does not mark the end of our effort.
A beautiful dog. A talented dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do.
Look at the energy difference between these two announcements. One is calm, collected, giving credit to the troops honoring the intelligence community. The other is rambling about dogs and knocking on doors like it's amateur hour. Then you hear, I don't get any credit, bro. You're the president. Nobody should have to pat you on the back for doing your job. That insecurity is loud. Real leaders don't need applause. They just handle business and move on.
And here we are.
May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
And I'm writing a book. I think I wrote 12 books. All did very well.
People think, I don't know, I remember that economy when he first came in being pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good, because it was my economy.
When I was president of the United States, I suppose I could have simply unilaterally ordered the military to, go into some red state and harass and intimidate a governor there, or cut off funding for states that didn't vote for me. I could have exercised that prerogative, but that is contrary to how I think our democracy is supposed to work. And I think we shouldn't get discouraged.
This is what Restraint looks like, and I need everybody to really absorb this. He's saying, yeah, I could have sent military into states that didn't vote for me. I could have been petty and vindictive, but he chose not to because he understood what democracy actually means. He didn't weaponize the government against political opponents, even when he had every legal ability to push those boundaries. That's not weakness. That's called having a spine and actual principles. And the wildest part is people will watch this clip and still say he was the problem. Make it make sense.
Encouraged by the fact that we have a tougher job. What we should do is expect that our side is smart enough to figure it out.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting, even not going through the front door. You know, you think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
But his death does not mark the end of our effort.
A beautiful dog. A talented dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do. But here we are.
May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
And I'm writing a book. I think I wrote 12 books. All did very well.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting, even not going through the front door. You know, you think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
But his death does not mark the end of our effort.
A beautiful dog. A talented dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do. But here we are.
May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
And I'm writing a book. I I think I wrote 12 books. All the
The President-elect of the United States, Barack H. Obama.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear that I will execute
faithfully the office of President of the United States.
office of President of the United States faithfully, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve.
Something about watching that oath of office just hits you in the chest. 8 years. 8 years with no personal scandals, no indictments, no felony charges. Nobody raided his house for classified documents. Nobody had to pay hush money to anybody. He served with dignity whether you agreed with his policies or not. And they tried to use his middle name, Hussein, as a weapon, but he stood on that podium and said it with his full chest. That's what quiet confidence looks like.
Protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
A very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Viewers, let's watch this video.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting, even not going through the front door. You know, you think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
His death does not mark the end of our effort.
A beautiful dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do. Here we are.
May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
And I'm writing a book.
This whole like, how come you're mad at Trump but not at Obama for the deportation numbers cracks me up, because that just means that Obama's better. Obama did it better, faster, more efficient, with less American lives lost and less protests. Although there were nationwide ones, if you remember, like I do, because I was alive during then. We called him the deporter in chief. We, as in Democrats, the ACLU and the activist groups, because we didn't like the policies either. And do you know what the Republicans did? They called us morons. And
She's making a point that nobody on the other side wants to address. Democrats actually held Obama accountable. We called him the deporter-in-chief to his face. We protested our own president because principles aren't supposed to disappear when your team is in power. And what did Republicans say back then? They laughed at us. They said we were weak. We couldn't unify. Now those same people, Marco Rubio, Lindsey Graham, won't whisper a single word of criticism about their own guy. That's not loyalty. That's obedience. And there's a massive difference between the two. One comes from respect. The other comes from fear.
said that we ate our own and we didn't just get in line and there was no united front to us Democrats, and so haha, weren't we hilarious? We weren't to be taken seriously. Mr. Marco Rubio and Miss Lindsey Graham were up there all the time talking about executive overreach. Look at him now, shining bright as a penny on that Air Force One with zero values and scruples left. But I digress. What you're telling me is Obama's better. What you're telling me is that none of this shit in Minneapolis is necessary because Obama did it. Better, faster, stronger. Trump sucks at his job, and this is just another indication of that.
Could you imagine what the right wing would say if Barack Obama, while being president, took a $400 million luxury plane from Qatar? Could you imagine all the evil and horrible things that they would say about Obama? About how he's colluding with the Middle East? About how corrupt he was? Could you imagine if Barack Obama had a merch stand inside the White House where he gave away his own merchandise to world leaders? The right wing would be tearing him down. Barack Obama, he wore a tan suit. And Fox News and the right wing destroyed that decision by Barack Obama. They spent so much attention on bringing down Barack Obama because he wore
the tan suit. I will never get over the tan suit. They treated that moment like a constitutional crisis, like Obama had violated the Geneva Convention with his outfit. Weeks of coverage, weeks on a man's clothing choice. But when actual scandals drop, actual corruption, actual conflicts of interest, suddenly everyone's quiet. Suddenly it's fake news. Suddenly it's a distraction. Suddenly we need to move on. You can't have it both ways. You can't lose your mind over fabric color and then tell people real issues don't matter.
A tan suit. And those viewers of Fox News, they have the audacity to say that individuals who want to report on Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump's relationship, that that's fake news, that that's a distraction. Yet when Barack Obama was dealing with major national and international issues, the right wing was concerned with the color of the suit that he wore. Could you imagine if Barack Obama had a roundtable with the tech CEO billionaires and had each one of those billionaires glaze Barack Obama, glaze himself? Yes, I'm Barack Obama. Tell me how great I am. The right wing would be saying that this is Pizzagate. These are elitists who are controlling Barack Obama. But because Donald Trump is their king, he gets away with all of this. And there's no accountability. The right wing simply does not care about the state of our country or about the state of our president. What they care about is feeling good. But as your own champion of the right has said, facts don't have...
He just dropped their own catchphrase on them, and that's poetic. Facts don't care about feelings. That was supposed to be the conservative battle cry, right? So let's use it then. The facts say the economy performed better under Obama. The facts say more deportations happened under Obama on a fraction of the budget. The facts say healthcare got passed. Military operations were surgical and diplomatic deals actually got done. Those aren't opinions. Those are numbers you can look up right now. So if facts really don't care about feelings, then why does the MAGA crowd get so emotional every time someone brings up Obama's record?
Have feelings. And it's a fact that President Trump is failing this nation.
It doesn't matter who you are, or where you come from, or what you look like, or where you love. It doesn't matter whether you're black or white, or Hispanic, or Asian, or Native American, or young or old, or rich or poor, able, disabled, gay or straight. You can make it here in America if you're willing to try.
Barack Obama is a very popular president.
Very, very popular. No matter what. No matter if you're a Republican, hardcore Republican or not, you have to know the power behind Barack Obama.
And it only got more, right? As he went into pop culture and did it only built up more. But the thing is, okay, you want to start talking about, okay, Barack Obama had 2 landslides. Donald Trump barely had 1. And you can't even really call that. Barack Obama beat the crap out of John McCain in 2008 and pretty much did the same thing, but on a smaller scale to Mitt Romney.
2 landslides? Let that sink in. 365 electoral votes in 2008, then came back and got 332 in 2012. No claims of rigged elections, no lawsuits, no mobs, no conspiracy theories. Just showed up, won decisively, and the other side accepted the results like adults. Be careful opening that can of worms because the comparison ain't flattering.
In 2012. So be careful what you wish for, because if you go open that can of worms,
Obama did it better. Obama did it better. The new talking point from MAGA is, well, Obama dropped bombs too. Yeah, he did. And he did it better. Obama was able to use surgical strikes and limited military operations to take out targets and not start a fucking war. How about that shit? He did it better. In fact, most of the things that the Trumpies like about Trump, Obama did better. We'll go with unemployment. Obama did better. Economy. Obama did better. Deportations. Obama did better. He was able to deport way more people than Donald Trump, and he's able to do it on 1/10 of the freaking budget. Yeah? And without sending fucking goon squads into American cities. Obama did it better. Obama was able to get across a health care bill. Trump can't. Obama did it better. Obama was able to get tax cuts for the low and middle class. Trump for the upper class, for the rich. Obama did it better. So trying to say that Obama did it too on any subject just shows the failure of Trump and the failure of his people to recognize that everything that Trump said Obama did it.
He just ran through the entire scoreboard, and it's not even close. Unemployment better, economy better, deportations better. On 1/10 the budget without militarizing American cities, healthcare actually passed. Tax cuts went to the low and middle class, not billionaires. Iran entered a non-proliferation treaty through actual diplomacy. And here's what gets me. Every time someone says, well, Obama did it too, they're accidentally proving the point. If Obama did it too, then he did it first, and he did it more efficiently with less chaos, less noise, and less collateral damage. That's not the argument winner they think it is.
Fucking better. They just don't like that a black man did it better than a white man. And one last point, let's not forget that Obama was able to get Iran to enter into a non-proliferation treaty for nukes. Trump couldn't do it, so Obama did it better.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting. Even not going through the front door. You know, you think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
Does not mark the end of our effort.
A beautiful dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do. But here we are.
May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
And I'm writing a book. Very good, very good.
Before I begin, I want to say a brief word about the terrible tragedy that took place outside of Buffalo last night.
This has been a terrible, very short period of time. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the families and friends who lost loved ones.
I've had the honor of hearing tapes. Tapes are scary. You had a helicopter that had the ability to stop. I have helicopters. You can stop a helicopter very quickly.
And as always, our thanks go out to the brave first responders who arrived immediately to try and save lives. And we're still on the scene, keeping people safe.
You could have slowed down the helicopter substantially. You could have stopped the helicopter. You could have gone up. You could have gone down. You could have gone straight up, straight down. You could have turned. You could have done a million different maneuvers. For some reason, it just kept going.
Tragic events such as these remind us of the fragility of life and the value of every single day.
It just seems to me, from a couple of words that I like to use, the words common sense, some really bad things happened, and you have people that lost their lives, violently lost their lives.
One person who understood that well was Beverly Eckert, who was on that flight and who I met with just a few days ago. You see, Beverly lost her husband on 9/11 and became a tireless advocate for those families whose lives were forever changed on that September day.
There are things where you have to go by brain power, you have to go by psychological quality. Psychological quality is a very important element of it. These are various very powerful tests that we put to use, and they were terminated by Biden, and Biden went by a standard that's the exact opposite.
And in keeping with that passionate commitment, she was on her way to Buffalo to mark what would have been her husband's birthday and launch a scholarship in his memory. So she was an inspiration to me.
This final comparison is the one that should stick with everybody. One leader is honoring a 9/11 widow, talking about her scholarship fund, her advocacy, her dedication to other families, speaking with genuine empathy, and you can feel it in his voice. The other is rambling about helicopters going up, down, sideways, talking about brain power and psychological quality. Can't stay on topic for 30 seconds during a national tragedy. Leadership isn't just policy, it's presence. It's the ability to meet a moment with the gravity it deserves, and some people just don't have that.
And to so many others, and I pray that her family finds peace and comfort in the hard days ahead.
Do you have a plan to go visit the site or meet with any of the
I have a plan
responders?
to visit, not the site, because you tell me what's the site? The water?
Or to meet
You
with
want
the
me to go
first
swimming?
responders?
Every clip in this video told the same story from a different angle, whether it was military operations, the economy, deportations, or just basic human decency. The record speaks for itself. So here's my question. Why do you think MAGA keeps bringing up Obama when the comparison never goes their way? Drop your answer in the comments, like, share, subscribe.